What is the perfect tent? Does it even really exist? This is one of the questions I started asking myself when I decided that I was gonna through hike the AT. Is there a perfect tent out there? Will it fit every situation, every possible need that I could have? Let me introduce you to the Tarptent Double Rainbow LI. Weight, all in, as far as this tent goes, it is 1.73 pounds. So this is a Dyneema composite fabric tent. It is a two-person tent, so I think that it provides a lot of room. And we're gonna show you all the different configurations that this tent has to offer. Configuration number 1, trekking pole setup. Trekking pole configuration complete. There are no stakes in the ground. The tent is completely mobile and I can move it anywhere. Configuration number 2. All right, this is the 4 tent stake setup. I've got a tent stake in each corner, drawed it out, made a nice bathtub floor. Tent will work perfectly just like that. But there's more. I've got 4 more stakes. Using the 6 stake setup, you have an absolutely perfect maximum spread out bathroom floor that maximizes the floor space, so you'll have plenty of room. Next is your 8 stake setup. This gives you the absolute perfect floor space, and it also provides you with 2, not 1, but 2 vestibules on either side of the tent as to where you can open and or close the vestibules to what you would like to do. And then a lot of times I have one side open and I have the other side closed like this, all right? Now, the final setup. And this is porch mode. As you can see in porch mode, you're gonna use your trekking poles to pull out both vestibules in order to create what is called a porch. And I'm sitting inside of the tent. It basically just provides this small amount of space in order to be considered a porch. Now, out of all of the modes, I do think that this is probably useless.
What did he say?
Because I've had this set up in the rain and this is not adequate enough to block any type of rain. However, it was a cool thought, just not perfect. So, is this the perfect tent? I don't know. I'm gonna show you how I have it set up the majority of the time and show you the features that I absolutely love about having this tent. All right, so basically, I have it set up right now in vestibule mode. So I've got airflow going through there. I've got one vestibule open on one side. I got one vestibule open on the other side. This allows airflow to come through the tent very easily. And the fact that you're able to set it up in the rain, you won't get anything inside the tent, or the inside of the tent wet. So your gear and everything can stay inside of your bag while you get the tent set up. Then you can go straight from a dry bag into a dry tent and everything will work just perfectly fine. So I love the fact that it has the bar across the top that gives a little bit more headroom there in the center. Definitely 2 people can sit up in there. Me and my wife have camped in this tent together. The reason why I carry a 2-person tent is because Leo, my hiking dog, comes with me and I need extra room for him to sleep inside of the tent with me, right? The ends have an adjustable opening vent so that you can open the ends of the tent as well. So not only do you get the cross airflow from the middle of the tent, but you can also get the airflow from head to tail as far as the tent goes. So it is, a 3 to 5 minute setup, but also have the ability of just using the center line pole. And I love the way how the rainbow, like it says, it gives you that headroom from one side all the way to the other. The inside of the tent does have a place for your electronics on one side and the other. So, and the glorious thing about that is if you are sleeping with two people and somebody needs to get up in the middle of the night, they can unzip their side and they can exit out of the tent without having to climb over you. And as far as condensation and stuff goes, I haven't had any real issues with condensation with this tent. It is a Dyneema tent, so every tent can deal with condensation, but the fact that Dyneema does not soak up water means that if I just simply wipe down the tent as I'm packing up in the morning, I'm not carrying all that extra water weight with me, and I can simply get the tent a lot drier to get inside of my bag. Oh, another feature that it has is it has the magnetic holds on the doors, and it generally is a very easy tent to set up. The one thing I will say about this tent is it is expensive, right? This is all in a plus $700 tent. I did spend a lot of money on this tent. As far as the Dyneema in this tent, the Dyneema on the floor pan is a thicker Dyneema than the Dyneema on the fly. It definitely is a much thicker floor pan, so you do not have to have any type of ground cover underneath the tent. But yeah, so that is my review of the Tarptent Double Rainbow LI, and I do recommend this tent, and I do recommend that if you're in the market for a tent, you check out Tarptent. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down there. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the tent or what your favorite tent is, or maybe you should recommend something else. I've looked at a lot of tents on the market. This kind of has a little bit of everything that I want, and so it just happens to be my favorite. But you may have something else that you like. But you guys make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.